watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
All right, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us here at 6 a.m. I'm Chris Groh, and as you can see right there on your screen, Netta, Eric, and Evan live in Encinitas for our zip trip. We are going to check in with them to learn all about the coastal town that so many get to enjoy. But first, let's get to our top story, including one that will likely impact some of those in Encinitas making their way south, a major freeway closure that could impact your weekend plans. All southbound lanes of the 5 from the 52 to Mission Bay Drive will be closed starting tonight. And CBS 8's Regina Yarita live near the 5 with what Caltrans is recommending drivers do. And Regina, is going to impact a lot of people, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to impact several people, especially those who have weekend plans and require them to jump on the freeway between the 52 to Balboa Drive. So essentially what Caltrans is saying is if you have those weekend plans that you need to drive on the freeway, then you want to listen up to stay prepared. The closure will begin Friday evening at 9 p.m. and it will go through 5 a.m. Monday morning. It's a freeway shutdown that affects a 3 to 4 mile stretch of the highway, and this will potentially cause delays for locals and other weekend travelers. Caltrans has already placed warning signs along the affected route to alert drivers in advance. Now, officials are recommending drivers to take alternative routes to avoid the closure. The primary detour suggested by Caltrans is to use southbound 805 to State Route 163, then west on Interstate 8, and then north on I-5 for those heading to the beach areas. When asked if the detour might cause congestion on the 805, Caltrans officials told us that early notification about the closure is intended to help distribute traffic and minimize delays. So again, drivers are advised to plan ahead and allow extra time for travel, especially if you're heading to the coastal areas this weekend. So take a listen to what Caltrans recommends.
Understand the frustrations. That's why we're trying to get this word out so that people can avoid the areas. We are trying to recommend that they take transit if possible.
Now, if you are looking for a list of detours and how to get around so you don't bump into that congestion or traffic, we have a list of that information on our website. You can head to cbs8.com and click on this story. I'm Regina Yarita, CBS 8.
All right. Thank you, Regina. Now, of course, we are going to send it out to Netta, Eric, and Evan. They are in Encinitas for our zip trip. And guys, you're at Gelato 101. That's going to be a great spot. Yeah. But really, we're covering so many great things about Encinitas this morning, huh?
Oh, so many amazing things here. We're so proud that we can take our zip trip on the road. We have so many great photographers, editors, producers, directors. We got a drone up. We really put a lot into these shows because we want to give you a great up-close look of this coastal community and how amazing it is and why people love it so much here.
I mean, there's a huge fan base for Gelato 101 alone.
Yeah,
but
right, look at
up
that.
and down Coast Highway where we are, I mean, some of the greatest coffee shops. You have Good Anya, you have Lofty Coffee, Multiple Better Buzz is right around the corner.
Yeah.
There's this historic theater right here too.
Yeah.
So it's just a special spot for hanging out with your friends, going for jogs and cycling and all of that.
We've seen joggers here this morning.
We've already had joggers over the last hour, which has been wild.
They're
I mean,
into their
you've
fitness.
got a beautiful beach very close to us. It's just a gorgeous morning that we have out here. And like we said, I mean, there's nothing quite like being able to grab a snack or grab a meal and take it to the beach with you, for example.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons to love Encinitas.
Look at that beautiful view right there. So we do want to hear from people who live in Encinitas. CBS 8's Vanessa Paz is here to also tell us why people love it. So take a look at this.
When you picture a laid-back surf town, Encinitas may come to mind.
Encinitas is perhaps one of the coolest places around, I think.
Everyone's just so nice and welcoming, and I love it.
It's this amazing little beach community where you just kind of forget about the rest of the world and enjoy life.
Located along 6 miles of coastline in North County, San Diego, this city is known for its choice surf conditions.
When the rest of the country is covered in snow, we're surfing. How do you beat that?
The city was incorporated in 1986 and brought together new and old Encinitas, as well as Cardiff by the Sea, Olivenhain, and Leucadia. It's now home to over 60,000 people, and the city says there's something for everyone, from the beach to the botanical gardens and the downtown 101 coastal shopping district.
Community is the best part. I can't go anywhere without knowing a smiling face.
I love seeing people that I know walk by, and everyone's friends and family, and we all know everything about one another. It's just the best.
Encinitas is also known for its skating culture. San Diego legend Tony Hawk lives here.
You don't expect people to recognize you when you're walking down the street because I'm just like everyone else, and it's just weird.
And the half pipe was invented here in 1977.
You've got the beach, tennis clubs, you've got swimming, soccer clubs. There's something for everyone.
You got it all. Surf, sun, skate, whatever you need. Ski, boogie board.
I love running and cycling, and so I often come here to Moonlight Beach.
I've been all over the world and I love it here. Best place on the planet.
So whether you want to be active or just relax on the sand, head on over and visit Encinitas.
Don't worry about us.
And there's some history here too. There's
So
a
great.
one-room schoolhouse that was built in 1883, still up here.
Amazing, still here.
Theaters.
We have the La Paloma Theater
Right.
across the street from us here, and that has some great film. They do these whole showings, parties going on, and great movies that you can watch.
Since 1929, that
Yeah,
place
see?
has been built. And
Okay.
Highway 101 here, see the
100
starfish that align it here? It's so adorable.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, the sun is just coming up, so we're able to start getting a nice glimpse of what it looks like as the sun comes up. Here's a live look outside from our drone overhead, and it's also a little warm out here.
Yeah, I feel a little humidity. We're what, 2 blocks from the ocean?
Literally, blocks from the ocean, and already our temperatures are in the 60s right now, upper 60s at that, 68, 69 degrees. Some spots are at 70 overnight. By the time we get to the afternoon, we're gonna stay muggy for a final day. And then through the weekend, we start to get much drier conditions on hand. 75 along the coast for our afternoon high, 87 inland. Our mountains have another day of some PM thunderstorms at 88 degrees and then 96 for the deserts. Remember, the mountains and deserts are on the cooler side of normal because of the afternoon showers we've been seeing. All right, let's see. Encinitas right now, 66 degrees out there, 65 in Mira Mesa, 60 in Ramona. In downtown San Diego, we are at 68 degrees right now. Want to point out that those showers and thunderstorms that we have popping up this afternoon look a lot like they did yesterday. So by the afternoon, we'll see some huge cloud development over our local mountains, and then into the afternoon and evening hours, we'll get those glimmers of green kind of popping up across the screen. As far as your highs go in San Diego, look at Santee and El Cajon. Another day of upper 80s, 89 degrees, 75 in Chula Vista, 82 in Mira Mesa. Here in Encinitas, we've got a high, look at that, coolest high along the coast.
Oh, nice.
71 degrees in Encinitas. Solana Beach going for 75, 87 in Poway, 88 in Escondido, and Ramona, another day in 90s, 91 this afternoon. The mountains and deserts also warm, but like I said, not too bad. 80s, some 70s. Mount Laguna only looking at a high of 77 degrees. I want to send things over to Vanessa Paz. She is checking in on traffic to start off our Friday. Happy Friday, Vanessa.
Happy Friday, guys. Holding down the fort for you guys here at the studio out in Kearney Mesa. So you guys are up north. Here's a view a little more south. This is from National City on the 5 in both directions. I always love this shot because it shows a glimpse of the downtown skyline. Overcast skies right now, but looks like we will clear out according to Evan, hopefully this afternoon. All right, so this is 28th. As you pass 28th, headed towards the curve. So far, so good. As we zoom on in to the 805, right where it intersects with a 52, we're tracking a 2-car crash, but thankfully it's not causing any major slowing as of last check. All right, I am going to keep reminding folks of this closure happening tonight all the way through Monday, because typically a lot of the road work occurs overnight while most of us are sleeping. This is not the case. The 5 South is going to be entirely closed to traffic from the 52 all the way to Mission Bay Drive starting tonight, lasting all the way through 5 a.m. on Monday morning. This is going to cause likely a huge headache for anyone who lives north of the Golden Triangle, University City, La Jolla, Del Mar, for anyone headed south this weekend. Alternate routes, there are several of them. You could take the 52 west to the 805 south, or you could just opt for the 805 south from the top of the Golden Triangle. You could also find your way somehow on the 15 south to get around all of that congestion and all of that slowing that will likely occur occur. All right, taking a look at travel times out of the North County in from Encinitas, where the crew is, down to the 805, under 30 minutes right now. And if you're traveling in from Escondido down to that 163 merge, about 10 minutes at last check.